Becoming the Greatest You Academy is an academy that will help you build yourself, not just financially, but also mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. All the enemies of success that has not enabled us to achieve or enabled you to achieve that level of success you want, Becoming the Greatest You Academy will help you let go of all those enemies. What are these enemies? Inconsistency, laziness, comfort zone. Becoming the Greatest You Academy will help you replace all these enemies of success with the traits, habits, and mindsets of successful people around the world. It's an honor to have you here, and I know this is going to be a life-transforming conference for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Cynthia Adaji. I am a proud student of Becoming the Greatest You Academy. It is an honor and a privilege to welcome you and to anchor this conference. Without much ado, we would like to go straight into the presentation of today. Joining us right now is this amazing woman. She is an economist, a mother, a very hardworking and committed leader that is passionate in the things of God. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the convener, Young Women of Impact, and associate pastor of King's Gate Global Church, and the director of Real Gates International School. Please put your hands together on the chat as we welcome Lady Toluwani Albert.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be in this meeting this evening. And I will be speaking to us this evening on character. I'll be speaking to us this evening on character. What is character? Character is a mental or moral qualities distinctive to an individual. It is the behavioral pattern that is peculiar to an individual. It is how we respond to issues, how we talk, how we relate with others, and it is who an individual is per time. An individual can exhibit good characters or bad characters. Good characters is important for success in life because it determines how well you can achieve your goals. Whether others want to deal with you or how well you feel fit into your groups. When you work hard and are determined to achieve your goals, you can become more successful and confident in what you do. When you deal with other people fairly and honestly and show consideration for them, they will want to deal with you and even help you to achieve your goals. A person is said to have good character when their habits, disposition, and conduct reflect a deep commitment to ethical virtues and moral principles. A good character improves every aspect of a person's life. Character is the ability to follow through on a resolution long after the emotions which it was made has passed. It will be interesting for you to know that of all the people in the world, only 5% is successful. It takes a good character to be enlisted among these 5% or remove yourself from the list of the remaining 95% mediocres. It takes a good character to make your day count, every of your moments, to plan your future, to say no to ideas and behaviors that leads to nowhere. Bad character is the exact opposite of all this. Examples of bad characters is procrastination, laziness, and so on. Characters are not inborn, but can be developed by choice. Character by working on yourself every day. You develop character by working on yourself every day. There is a saying that character is developed from our thoughts. Then your thoughts develops into action. Then action develops into habits, and habits into character, and character defines your destiny. Learning a good character is what is achieved at Becoming the Greatest You Academy. God bless Coach Casey and other amazing coaches who has been working on every student in the academy to make them become the greatest. Now, if character starts with our thoughts, then we need to know that developing a good character can be achieved by this formula. The 4 Ds of success: desire, determination, discipline, and dedication. Desire. The scripture says that a man through desire, having separated himself, intermingled with all wisdom. So the desire happens in your thoughts. The desire is what you have made up your mind that you want a change. The desire happens in your mind that you are tired of being amidst the 95% who are mediocres, who are not going to be successful, who are going nowhere, who are not achieving their goals. But you have the desire to be amidst the 5% who are pulling waves on head, who are putting their imprint on the sands of time, amidst the 5% who are influencing their world and making every of their moments count. So the desire takes place in your heart. Then when you have desired to have a change, to live who you used to be, that will take you nowhere, to the person you have to become, that will make you a successful person. Then the next thing is determination. Determination means firmness of purpose, resoluteness. No matter where you stand, whatever your circumstances is, it is determination that paves the way for your success. Determination means the courage to take initiative, work hard, get up each time you fall, and keep marching on towards your goal. Determination is required for your success. Then the next step is discipline. The single most important attribute to becoming successful is self-discipline. It helps you to stay focused on reaching your goals, gives you the gumption to stick with difficult tasks, and allows you to overcome obstacles and discomfort as you push yourself towards new heights. Characters are not built in comfort zones. You must push beyond pains in order to grow a good character. To grow a good character, you must make up your mind, because there will be times when you will want to give up. But at such times, you will not look at the pain, because when you are going through pain, what should come to your mind is where you are going, the success you want to achieve, what you want to become. And that will be your driving force. Instead of being weighed down by the pain, and you know what again? This pain is just for a while. Remember, you are trying to build up a new character. And you have to have this understanding. Remember what I said before earlier on, that your thoughts gives rise to your action. Your action determines your habit. Your habit develops into your character. Now, the moment your habit develops into your character, there is an imprint in your subconscious mind. And this imprint has made such behavior to become you. So at will, it becomes your normal nature. So good characters will now become your normal behavior. It will now be easy for you to maintain a good way of life. So I want to thank you so much this evening. God bless you. I really appreciate my coaches. I appreciate everyone. Thanks so much. See you at the top.
Wow. Wow. This was amazing. I don't know about you, but I picked a lot of things from here. The 4 G's of success. Wow. Desire, determination, discipline, and dedication. I don't know what you wrote down, but this is my book. I wrote a lot. It was short, but it was something properly delivered. Thank you so much, Lady Toluwani Albert. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, BGY Academy for me has been the best decision I've made so far. It has helped me maintain my daily routine. Before now, it's difficult standing up. It's difficult doing what I need to do. But becoming the greatest you academy has done a lot for me. Now to the moment we have been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the leadership and personal growth coach. He is a leader, rather, a personal growth coach. He is a foreign language expert. He speaks French, Italian, Spanish, English fluently. Founder of Becoming the Greatest You Academy. He is an international businessman, an official interpreter of Italian Embassy in Abuja, and also the most sought after French interpreter in the whole of Nigeria. He is for us our coach and mentor, the founder of BGY Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together on the chat as we make welcome Coach KC Sunshine.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Cynthia. Good evening, Lady Tolu. Good evening to all the leaders connected from different parts of the world. Welcome to Becoming the Greatest You Academy, the place where great men are made. Thank you so much, Lady Cynthia, for that fantastic and amazing emceeing. I don't know you from anywhere. I think I'm seeing you for the very first time. But to think that you've been trained for just 24 hours and you're able to deliver such level of professionalism, it's amazing. Congratulations for an amazing job. I am proud of you. And we are talking about character tonight. And the first test of character I had to experience, was our speaker of the day who didn't put on her video. I'm sure she didn't know. I thought that was a very huge test of character. to know what to do so that people could say. And I want to thank all the team for supporting her to make sure she delivered the beautiful, beautiful presentation. Thank you so much, Lady Tolu, for that wonderful sharing on character, talking about how it all begins from our thoughts to our words, and then to our actions, and eventually becoming habits, becoming a character, and becoming a part of us. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you, especially from different parts of the world. I'm excited to be here. I'm always very happy to be here to share with you guys, because every time I have the opportunity to, I get to learn, because I actually learn much more than you guys that are coming here to learn from me, because you actually learn more when you teach something, right? The easiest way to learn something is to teach it. And so I want to welcome you all specially. So tonight we're going to be talking about the strength of character. All right, character, the strength of character. And I find this to be a very, very amazing topic. The last time we talked about capacity building. Before then we talked about preparation for success, and then the ingredients of success. And today we're going to be pinpointing on one of the most essential ingredients of success that everybody needs in order to make it to the top in any industry, in any field, whether it's spiritual success you want, material success, mental, emotional, whatever kind of success you're looking for. One basic, one essential, one very important quality that you must have if you want to make it to the top is the quality of what? Of character. And so now we're going to be sharing about character. Now, when we talk about character, maybe you might just be thinking about someone's behavior or how people behave and all of that. But we are going to be going a bit deeper than that tonight. All right, character is the core of every human being. It is who you are when nobody is seeing you. Yes, character is who you are when no one is watching. Who are you when no one is watching? Reputation is what people see on the screen. You're consuming right now. This is Coach Casey. This is Pastor this. This is Mr. This. That is reputation. Reputation can be real and it can be fake. Hopefully it is real, especially if it's positive. But character is actually who you are, but especially when no one is watching. Who you are when you are in your little room, those personality traits you exhibit, those things that you do that nobody can see, that is your real character. All right, character is a commitment to a set of set of values without compromise. What are your values? Do you compromise with them, or do you stay consistent with those values? Now, when you get to a level where you face the choice of staying consistent with your values or compromising them, voila, that's another place where you test character. Character is self-imposed discipline in keeping with moral convictions. And I want you to take note of the term self-imposed. Self-imposed. The discipline is not something anybody forces on you. Are we together? It is self-imposed. And you impose this discipline on yourself because of moral convictions that you have. I will not do this. I cannot do that. There are things as a human being right now, Lady Annibet, that you know that you won't do. If someone tells you that you did it, you tell them that something must be wrong with you. It's not possible that it was you who did it. And so it's a self-imposed discipline, Lady Blessing. That's your character. There are certain things that your name cannot be found in, for instance. You can say, for instance, I cannot be found killing somebody. I cannot be found prostituting. I cannot be found doing this. So it's a self-imposed discipline based on who you are. Character is a constant effort to create a synchronicity between what you think, what you say, and what you do. So what we are trying to say is that people of character are not people that say one thing and then do the other. There is a synchronicity. They are always synchronizing. There's always a harmony between what they think, what they say. Someone is saying they can barely hear me. Please, others, confirm. Someone should confirm. I think it's person's audio, but you can all confirm if it's the same so that we can correct that. So it's a constant effort to make sure that what you're saying, what you're doing, and what you're thinking are in harmony. People of character would not tell you to do things they don't do. One of the easiest way to know someone who has a weakness in character is that he tells you to do one thing and he doesn't do it. And that's what differentiates between a manager and the leader. A manager tells you to do things he does not do. A leader is in front, a leader does, and then a leader actually tells you to follow. So a leader mentors you. A leader is in the front holding gun and he's in the battlefield, and then you're just following him. He's leading you by example. But a manager can just give you a theoretical solution. Oh, go and do this, put X, Y, Z together. But he doesn't do it. He cannot even do it. And what we are called to be is to be leaders of character. not to be managers. Yes or yes? And so it's a constant effort to make sure that what you're saying, what you're doing, what you're thinking, there's a synchronicity. You're not having two personalities. Many people have to have two personalities, the one they show on the outside and their secret personality. And so the problem is that there's always a constant battle between what they are showing on the outside and who they really are. And so the battle is you get to become a person of character the day that secret person of yours begins to match with the characteristics that you're showing on the outside. That's the assignment that we all have. All right. And so I repeat, character is who you are when no one is seeing you. It is your core. It is the core of who you are. Now, let me explain something very important to you guys when I'm talking about who you are. Character is like, how do I put it now? Character is like pregnancy. You will eventually do your character, no matter how you hide it. You cannot hide your character for long. You can hide for a while. Oh, people are very good at that. But I can guarantee you, character is like pregnancy. You can only hide it for a while. You will eventually do your character. You will eventually do who you are. It's just a matter of time. You can cover pregnancy and do whatever you want to do, but it's a matter of time. It will stick out. Are we together? I need to show the whole world that, hey, listen to me, I'm pregnant. All right? And so the challenge that we all have is to be able to be the same person in the secret that we are on the outside. Now, we should not be someone else. People should not see you, Coach Casey, humble, Coach Casey, this person, disciplined, Mrs. A. And then on the inside, you are exhibiting very, very, very weak character flaw. You want to be the same person. You don't want to create a conflict between who you are posing to be and who you truly are. All right? And so you don't want to be two personalities. You want to be one. What you do, if there's a camera right now, are you proud that what you do on the secret? As in, would you be proud that what you do on your secret, in that your bedroom, in that your whatever? Are you proud if it comes out? If what you do, well, not necessarily your bedroom, what you do as a human being that is not on the screen, will you be proud if people can say it? If people can see the way you treat your staff? Are you proud if people can see the way you talk to your husband, talk to your wife? Would you be proud for the same way the screen sees you in front of a crowd and they praise you? Would you be proud if they can see everything that you do that they cannot see? Now, when you get to that level where there is no distinction, the way you would behave when there's this camera in front of you, the same way you behave when there's a camera, then you can call yourself a person of character, a person of strong character. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what we should all be striving to do. You know, you can do makeup and look very beautiful on the inside, on the outside. You can buy beautiful dress. You can, all of these things are material. But these things can actually lead you to a place. But guess what? What's going to sustain you in that place is your character. Your makeup can take you to a place where normally you should not go. Your dress can make you go to a place where normally you cannot go. Your talent can probably take you to a place where you cannot go. But guess what? You will never last in that place if you don't have character, because it takes character to sustain success. It takes character to sustain a height that you have never been before. Yes or yes? I hope we are understanding, because I want to talk about this topic in such a way that every single person here can understand. And by the time we leave here today, we all take a decision to become people of strong characters. We build strength in characters. All right, I'm going to go to my next slide. So your gift, I was just explaining this, your gifts, your talents, your beauty, even your brilliance might open doors to you that other people cannot access, but it is your character that keeps that door open. A weakness of character will make you fall badly from doors only talent, brilliance, or beauty opened for you. So the focus should be on character. I beg you to spend more money on your character than you spend on your clothes. Invest more money on your character than you invest on your makeup. Invest more money on your character than you invest on your intelligence. And I can guarantee you, the character behind your brilliance is more important than the brilliance. The character behind your beauty is more important than the beauty. The character behind your talent is more important than the talent. The character behind the gift God has given to you is more important than the gift itself. Otherwise, you will rise and you will fall. You will rise. Talent will take you up. Character will bring you back. Beauty will take you up. Character will bring you back. And you realize that your life is just a cycle. Everybody may not be gifted, but everybody can build character. Listen, guys, not every one of us is gifted at equal levels. Some people are gifted to run. Some are gifted to sing. Some are gifted to dance. Some are gifted to speak. Some are gifted. We all have different gifts. And no matter how much you practice, you can never exhibit a certain gift at the same intensity with certain persons. For instance, no matter how I train, are we together? No matter how I train, even if I start to invest out of the 24 hours we have a day, if I begin to invest 20 hours a day training to run, and I do that for 5 years, in fact, I do that for 20 years, I can never outrun Usain Bolt. True or true? I cannot. If I spend 24 hours of my day, the only thing I'm doing my entire life is running. Even if I do that for 30 years, I can't outrun Usain Bolt. No matter how, I mean, one of the weaknesses I have is I don't know how to dance. God help me. All right. Now, no matter how I begin to train and train and train, there are people that these talents come naturally for. There are people here, no matter how I begin to train to sing, whenever you open your mouth, you don't want to hear because it is cockroach voice you are hearing. And so you cannot perform at the same talent level with everybody. But guess what? We can all build capacity. We can all build capacity. Everybody can be excellent at capacity building, something that you build. And there's something very interesting in this whole piece that I want to share with you, which is the next piece of information. People are magnetically attracted to people who have character. People are magnetically. When people have character, you don't even know, you just like them. You don't know what it is about them. It's not as if they're the most handsome people around, or they're the most beautiful people around, or they are the most, you don't even know, but you just love them because of their character. Have you seen a guy and you will see like 20 girls are dying for this guy, and then you're one side, you're asking yourself, but wait, I don't understand. I don't get this guy. And you're asking yourself a question. No, I think you're new in town and you're hearing that this is the hottest boy in town. Go and check. That boy has character. Are we together? Or you see a girl, she's not beautiful. She's not, let me not say everybody's beautiful. And she's not flashy. Are we together? She's not the 21st century definition of beauty. Yet everybody surrounds themselves around this girl, around this person. Deep down, go and check. It is not the beauty of makeup that is making them surround themselves around the girl or the boy. It is the beauty of what? Of character. Let me tell you something. Character is attractive. Character is attractive. An unattractive, a person with an unattractive physical look, but a beautiful character is more attractive than a person with a beautiful physical build and a bad character. I know what I'm saying. See, your beautiful figure, your figure 8 or figure whatever, your beautiful makeup can bring people to you. But people, the same thing will chase them away with the same speed with which they came to you. Your character will chase them away with the same speed with which they came to you. But when people come to someone who has character, believe me, they are glued. People of character do not lose anyone. People lose them. People of character don't lose people. People lose them. Character is so important. And I mentioned something extremely important in the last slide that I think I should go back to. I said something. I said that the higher you go, just a second. I said weakness of character will make you fall badly from doors only talent, brilliance, or beauty opened for you. When you have a weakness in your character, see, because your talent can make you sit side by side with the president. But what is going to keep you side by side with the president? Do you know that if you meet with the president and you fall from that level, it is much more painful than not meeting with him, staying in your house? The higher you rise in success, I think I'm going to get to that. The higher you rise in success, the more painful it is when you fall. Which is why success is, as in character must be built. The same way you're pursuing success, the same way you're pushing everybody, give me this, give me that, give me contract, give me a job, give me this. Invest more time in building your character. Otherwise, that same success will come and to destroy you. People are magnetically attracted to people of character. When you have character, there's something attractive about you. People cannot understand. There's something beautiful. Do you know some people, they enter into the room, once they enter into the room, everywhere is lively. Everywhere is amazing. There's love, there's joy. And there are people, they come into the room, everybody is just sad. It's character. It's character. There are people, you sit next to them one-on-one, just by sitting close to them, there's an aura, there's a negative energy. Oh my God, you begin to feel low self-esteem. Just by being next to them, you feel so small. You feel so insignificant. Character. The same way, some people, you sit next to them and you feel great. You feel greatness. Not because you are equal with them. These are great people, but just by being next to them, their company is a place you don't want to live. It's character. What are the qualities of a person with the strength of character? A person with character is disciplined. Discipline. Discipline is one of the most, if not the most important characteristic of a person of character. The discipline to say no, even though it is very, very juicy. The discipline not to compromise your values. The discipline to be consistent with your values. The discipline to say, no, I'm not taking this 200 million naira, even though you need the money, because you know you're about to compromise your value to take the money. The discipline to refuse corruption. The discipline to refuse to go beyond your standard. The discipline to say no when everybody is saying yes. The discipline not to follow the bandwagon. The discipline not to do what everyone else is doing because you know that it does not conform with your value. Discipline. This is the word of great men. This is the word that great men are made of. Think of anybody in the world that has made it to the top. The number one characteristic you see in them is what? Is discipline. The discipline to walk when everybody is walking. The discipline to walk when everybody is sleeping. So that in future, when everybody is walking, you can sleep if you want. And when they are sleeping, you can still sleep. The discipline to do what people refuse to do today in order to have a life tomorrow that they can never have. Discipline. Discipline builds character. The discipline to show up when everybody is not showing up. The discipline to take responsibility for your actions. The discipline to be polite when the other person is annoying. The discipline to say kind words to people that are hot-tempered. The discipline to be nice. The discipline. It takes discipline to be successful. It takes discipline to achieve any level of success. It takes discipline to be a person of character, because every second of your life, every minute of your life presents you with tests that are going to test your character. And when the tests come, it is your discipline that shows your character. If you have weak discipline, you have a weak character. And then we have integrity. Just side by side with discipline is integrity. You cannot claim to be a person of character without having integrity. A person of integrity does not say yes here and say no there. Does not say yes and do no. A person of integrity, if it is yes, it is yes. If it is no, it is no. A person of integrity is a person that is straight, that is trustworthy, is a person that everyone can rely on. Integrity. Integrity. What a characteristic to have. One of the greatest compliments anybody can give you is to say, that person is a person of integrity. That person is a person of integrity. Trust me, one of the greatest things you can tell me, I don't care about discipline because I know that I've built this. One of the greatest things that makes me feel so happy whenever I hear is when anybody says, this person is a person of integrity. You don't know what that means. It is more expensive than 200 million naira being paid into your account for someone to say you are a person of integrity. What it means is that you're a person that does not compromise. You're a person of value. You're a person of character. Integrity. And then we have trust. A person of character is a person of trust. You are trustworthy. People can trust you. People know that you are reliable. You are not shady. They don't doubt you. I give you an assignment to do. I'm 100% confident that you do it well. 100%. That level of trust cannot be bought in the market. When your boss has trust in you, it means that you're a person of character. When your boss can give you an assignment and not think twice and not having to call you every second to remind you, you're a person of trust, you're a person of character. One of the greatest characteristics that will skyrocket to the top is the quality of trust. Because when you're a person that is trustworthy, you are indeed a person of character. Respect. People of great character are respectful. It doesn't matter. Your respect does not depend on the behavior of the next person. You are respectful because you are respectful. Your respect is not triggered by the respect of the next person. Because if you're only respectful because the next person is respectful, you're not respectful, my dear. Everybody will be respectful. Everybody will be respectful to a respectful person. The true test of respect, if when you're in face of someone who is not respectful, the true test of knowing whether you are truly nice or not is when you deal with someone who, in quote, is not nice. Respectfulness. It is a characteristic of someone that has character. Being polite, being respectful, even when it is difficult. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. To someone who is ordering you around. Speaking nicely of somebody, even in their absence, even though they are very annoying. In their absence, you're still respectful to them. That is character. Everybody is speaking about him. Oh, do you know that lady called Sarah? She is too bossy. She is too this. And then they're expecting you to talk because they know how Sarah has treated you. But you come and you say, well, I think Sarah is an amazing person. You never can tell what she's going through at home. You never can tell what goes on in her home. You don't know what she goes through. I find her amazing. And you cite an example of the day you find her being amazing. Oh, the other day I saw her doing this. I mean, there are 99 negative things she has done to you. But even in her absence, where you could run your mouth and talk about those 99, you stick to that one thing you saw her do. And the next time those people that were trying to see you gossip, they will not come to you to say those things because they know where you stand. They know you are a person of character. They know that you are not going to join the bandwagon and say negative things about somebody just because everyone is saying negative things. This is how you build character. What do you say when people are not there? What do you do when they're not there? That is character. That is character. Do you run people down just because other people persons are running them down? Even the person even the person deserves to be run down. Stand up for the person. Think about the positive side of that person and bring it out. Trust me, that is one of the greatest qualities that you can have if you want to achieve success. Pleasant personality. Someone with character has pleasant personality. When people are around you, there's a positive aura. They want to be around you. People want to stay with you. They're not eager to run away from you. Pleasant personality. Humility. This is probably among the top 3 personality of someone with character. You cannot have character and not be humble. Humility is such an attractive, oh my God. The humble people are the most attractive people. It is a characteristic of character. Humility. Humility. Go and think about anybody who was able to sustain success, and you're going to find someone who is humble. Humility is not a trait for everybody, it's a trait for kings and queens. The characteristic of being humble, the characteristic of being small, even though you are big. Let other people say you are big. You should not be the one to say you are big. That is a big characteristic. Listen, the more humble you place yourself, the more the world is going to raise you. But the more you overflog your own personality or your achievement, the more that's actually a sign that you're small. Humility is a sign of kings. The people that are humble, they understand the law of underestimation. Oh my God, should I go into this topic? The law of underestimation. People that are humble, they are always underestimated. You don't know how much they are worth. You don't know who they are. The law of underestimation. By the time everybody thinks, by the time you see the people that are humble, by the time when they are billionaires, they are only looking like people that are earning millions. When they're already earning millions, they're looking like they're just earning thousands. They are very, very modest. By the time people begin to praise them that they are millionaires, believe me, they are already billionaires. You don't know. The law of underestimation. It is actually one of the greatest laws of success. The law of underestimation. It took me a while to understand this law. If you truly want to sustain success, allow people to underestimate you. Let them not know who you truly are. Don't be flashy about who you are. It took me a while to understand this. Learning attitude. The quality to have a learning attitude, to behave like a child, no matter who you are. Behave like a child. Learning attitude. Do not talk. Guess who is learning? The only person who learns is the one who listens. The more you talk, the less you learn. Learning attitude is the ability to listen. A learning attitude is a humble attitude. Do not listen to reply. Listen to learn. There are many people out there, when they're listening to you, they don't care about what you're saying. They're eager for you to finish so that they can reply. They're only listening so that they can tell you what they have to say. They are listening and they are composing their response. It is a very, very weak it's a weakness in your character. People with true character, they listen to learn. They listen to understand. They listen to ask questions. They listen to give. Learning attitude. Learning attitude. Before you got married, you were listening to him. You were listening to him. You were taking his advice. Suddenly, because you're now husband and wife, you cannot listen to him anymore. You don't understand that there is still a place of student for you to your husband. There's still a place of student for you to, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Learning attitude, that ability to listen and learn. Even if you have a bigger degree, he's your husband. Listen and learn. There's an anointing God has placed upon his life as your husband. Your degree cannot replace that. Yes or yes. Learning attitude. Even though you think you know more than what he's saying. Oh, my husband, thank you. What a wisdom. What wisdom. Make him feel good. Amazing. You're so wise. I mentioned last week, I said in every man lies a king and in every man lies a king. How was that way I put it? Yes, in every man lies a king and a fool. It is up to the wife to bring out. It is what you feed that comes out. If you feed the king comes out. If you feed the fool comes out. When you consistently praise your husband, you're bringing out the king, my king. He gives you one small insignificant advice. You're like, wow, what wisdom. And it's vice versa. It's the same thing in every woman too. There's a queen and there is a nagging woman. What you feed comes out. If you're always feeding the nagging part, you'll see more nagging. If you're feeding the queen inside of her, you'll be shocked by the queen you will see. The queen will just be ravishing every single day because you're feeding the queen. You're feeding the queen. You're feeding the queen with words of affirmation. You are beautiful. You are amazing. This wisdom, who taught you? Is it your mother? I need to go and repay your bride price. And she's listening to it and she's just blushing every single day. One very insignificant advice she gave you. And she's always feeling appreciated. She's feeling happy. She's feeling useful to you. But she gives you advice. Woman, I'm very busy. Please, please, please keep your advice to yourself. She's going to feel insignificant. She's going to feel she's not wise. And the role she's meant to play in your life, because it's a spiritual role your spouse is meant to play in your life, she cannot play it. You're only delaying your success if you don't bring out the queen or the king in your spouse. Resilience, the ability, your comeback ability is your resilience. The ability to face hard times and say, I am more than this. This is just a phase. This is a trial. This is a setback that is setting me up for who God wants me to be. That resilience, your comeback ability, the ability to understand that you're bigger than your situation, the ability to understand that God does not care about how embarrassed you are, how down you are. What God cares about is the lessons. It is the experience He needs to give you to become who He needs you to be. And to understand that every experience that God gives you is a step closer to who He wants you to be. Yes, your comeback ability, your resilience. To say, yes, I cannot continue to be a victim. Yes, it has happened. Someone hurt me in the past. I cannot continue to say 5 years ago, someone hurt me. And because of that, this is why my life is useless. 20 years ago, I lost my mother. I lost this. Because of that, you cannot continue to be a victim. You cannot continue to live in the past. Because your brain, your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is not real. It's only whatever you feed it, it assumes is what you want and it gives you more of it. It goes into the universe and feeds you more. So something that happened 20 years ago is still repeating in your life every single day because your brain is a record of your past hot experience instead of a creation of the future that God really wants for you. Resilience, consistency, side by side with discipline, side by side with humility, side by side with integrity. These are top qualities of a person with the strength of character. They are consistent. They are always showing up. They are there. They are consistent. They are not there to give you excuses. Consistency in excellence is not in mediocrity. Consistency in excellence. The same way they performed in day one is the same way they are performing in day 5. Because most times in our day 1, because we are eager to impress, we give our best. But in our day 2, complacency comes in. In our day 3, people begin to know us anyway. In our day 4, we begin to feel like an expert. The discipline begins to go. Consistency begins to go. But the person of character is consistently excellent. As a matter of fact, consistently improving. You're not on the same spot. What about leadership? Strong leadership. A person with character. Strong leadership. They take responsibility. They're not in a hurry. They are calm in the face of pressure. They have strong leadership. They are honest. Honesty is a trait of someone with character. Self-control. Self-control, so powerful. Many great men have fallen because of lack of self-control, lack of character. As a matter of fact, one of the greatest things that bring down great men in this world is lack of self-control. Especially with lust. You see a great man, one great man, the whole world is talking about him. And what happens? One day you hear that he has fallen because of one woman, because of one small girl. Lack of self-control. He's a footballer, made it to the top, 24-year-old, I won't mention his club, at the peak of his career. And then one day, a girl released a video that he harassed her sexually. And then they went and proved it and saw that he actually sent messages that harassed her. And then they charged him and they imprisoned him. Imagine someone, if you are going to convert his salary into Naira, these are people that earn over billions of Naira on a weekly basis, made it to the top. Today, that career is over at 24. That career is over. Listen, your talent can take you to the top, but it's your character that sustains it. This person is talented, one of the best footballers in the world. Do you imagine with that kind of money? No self-control. That kind of money you can get 1,000 women every day if you want. But lack of self-control. 1 second, 1 minute of pleasure can ruin your life for the next 60 years. 1 minute of lack of self-control can ruin your entire reputation that you have built for 30 years. That is why self-control is one of the top 3 characteristics of people of character. Self-control. You are a leader and you are sleeping with all the women in your congregation. And you come out and advise. How do you preach to the young people to have self-control? As you're talking deep, people are whispering, his girlfriend is in the choir. How do you teach certain things if you don't have self-control? Self-control is a characteristic of great men and great women. That ability to delay gratification. Delay gratification. Ability to not to rush into things in a hurry. Premature success will ruin you too. It will cut your throat. Commitment is also a fantastic characteristic of great men. Commitment. They are committed from day one. Commitment. They give you a position, do this. Yes, you're not being paid for it, but are you committed? Because guess what? It is the rule of management of God. It is the same way you manage people's things that God is going to give you what people are going to manage for you. It is the law of management. Whatever you don't manage well, God takes it away. Anything you fail to manage well, God takes away. What is your commitment? Are you only committed when there's money involved? Are you only committed when you're going to be on the screen? Everybody's seeing you, celebrity. When you're in the choir, you're the lead singer. Is that the only reason you're going to be committed? Can you be committed when there's no camera in front of you? Can you be committed when there's nobody to tell you thank you? Can you be committed? When nobody appreciates you, can you be committed? That is character. Commitment. Commitment. If you cannot be faithful with little, God will never give you many. Can you be committed to little? Can you be committed to giving your best when your congregation has only 30 persons? Because that's the promotion that is going to give you 300 persons. Can you be committed to little? Loyalty. People of character are loyal. They are patient. They are responsible. They take responsibility for their lives. One of the easiest way to know someone who lacks character is that they're always blaming everybody for their life. They blame their husbands, they blame their children, they blame their parents, they blame the society, they blame the government, they blame the president, they blame everybody. Everybody is wrong except them. That's the easiest way for you to know someone who lacks character. They have a disease called exquisitis, and that is the disease of failure. If you want to see someone who lacks character, they're always giving excuses, they're always complaining. Complaintology every single day. They will always look for a way to complain. The person of character is responsible. They are reliable. When they say 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, they are there. When they say 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, they are there. They don't say, because I'm now a big man, I give you 3 o'clock, I'll be there 4 o'clock. What a lousy behavior. They are reliable. They are reliable. You give them an appointment, they are there. Even if they're coming to meet someone who is 10 times lower than them, they are there at the right time. They say meeting starts at so time, meeting starts. And then they're willing to make sacrifices. People of character understand that life does not give you what you want. Life gives you what you deserve. They know that there's a price you have to pay. People of character understand that if you want to achieve something you have never achieved before, 1, you have to do something you have never done before. 2, you have to give up something you have never given up before. And 3, and above all, you have to become someone you have never been before. They know that all of this takes sacrifices. People of character understand that there's a price to pay for the success that you want to have. People that lack character are not willing to pay the price. They know that their life is not where they're meant to be. They know that they're more than this. They know that there's an anointing on their lives. They know they can do more than this. But they don't have the courage to take the step. They know. Who told you that people will do better when they know better? It's not true. People don't always do better when they know better. Many people know what they're meant to do, but they don't do it. You know why? Because doing better is not easy. It takes courage to do better. It takes courage to do better. It takes courage to do better. But guess what? Life does not care about what you know. Nobody cares about what you know. Life does not celebrate people that know. Life only celebrates doers. Life doesn't celebrate knowers. Life celebrates doers. Nobody cares about what you know. People only celebrate you because you're doing. Nobody cares about a seed. If you like, be the seed of the most expensive fruit. As long as you are still a seed, you are useless. People only begin to come to the thick bush to plant you when you turn a seed into a mango fruit. When you transform your seed into fruits, the world is going to look for you. Kings are going to search for you. Favor begins to come to you. God's grace begins to come to you because you have paid the price to transform from seed to fruit. But as long as you remain a seed, you're going to die there. And you're going to wake up one day, you're 70, and you look back in regret. And you're asking yourself, what if I had done this? What if I had done that? What if I had gone for this course? What if I had taken care of this child? What if I had been more responsible at this age? What if I had refused to say, if I had said no to this toxic person that ruined my life? What if at 70? You don't want to look back and live and regret the way you have lived your life. Today, now is the opportunity for you to begin to build character. And as you begin to build that character, you begin to create the future that you want. Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the easiest ways to test your character after this meeting. What do you do when no one is watching? What do you do when no one is watching? Catch yourself every single day. Are you the same person when one is watching as that person when people are watching? Do not have a conflict personality. Be one person. How do you treat your subordinates? This is the second way to know if you're your character. This is the second way to know whether you have strength in character or weakness in character. How do you treat people who are under you? How do you treat your domestic staff, for instance, your house girl? How do you treat her? One of the easiest ways for you to know the character of a woman is to the way she treats a house girl. How do you treat your subordinates, the people that are under you at work? Just because you pay them, does it mean that they are less humans, that they are animals? You lack character, my dear. If by shouting and beating and nagging every single time, I'm not saying that you should not correct. I'm not saying that you should not discipline, you should not be strict. But if the only method you know to treat your subordinates is by shouting and nagging and insulting and being impolite to them, it means that you are actually boosting your self-esteem. You have a problem, you have a disease. The disease is lack of self-esteem. And by shouting at these subordinates, it makes you feel good about yourself. Yes, shouting at people that are lower than you make you feel good about yourself. That's why you are eager to shout at them. You are eager to disrespect them. You are eager to insult them. I repeat, I'm not saying you should not be strict. I'm not saying that there should not be standards. But when you treat people less than humans, it means that you have a disease that is a problem that you're battling with. The problem is not what they have done. The problem is that you have low self-esteem. And shouting at your husband, shouting at your subordinate, shouting at people that cannot shout at you back is your only way of feeling good about yourself. Go out there and see people that are very impolite. When you go deep down, they are suffering from low self-esteem. Maybe somebody is beating them in their homes, and then the only way they can feel good is that when they leave that home, when they are being beaten, they can go and shout at someone who is lower than them at work. The quality of choices you make on a daily basis can also tell you your character. Do you decide to project the winner inside of you or the loser? Because inside every single one of us, there's a winner and there's a loser. A winner and a loser exist in everybody. The strength of your character will determine who you bring out. When you wake up in the morning, when it's 5 o'clock in the morning, the winner in you will remind you, madam, it's time for you to wake up. Do your miracle morning, do your positive affirmations, do your this, do your that. And the loser will remind you, what is it? What happened? What race are we running? Please sleep for extra 2 hours. The winner in you will remind you that you have to exercise every day. The loser in you will tell you to sleep extra. The winner in you will tell you to read books. The loser in you will tell you to watch Netflix. The winner in you will remind you to invest in personal development. The loser in you will tell you to invest in other things. There's always a winner and a loser. Every single choice we are making reveals our character based on who we project, the winner or the loser. The winner in you will tell you to invest in trainings like this. The loser in you will tell you to spend 4 hours every day, jumping from one social media to the other, from WhatsApp to Instagram to Facebook, and back to WhatsApp. And so every day you see, anytime you make a weak choice, you are weakening your character. Each time you make a strong choice, that is, each time you make a difficult choice, you are actually strengthening your character. So every single day, we are either strengthening or weakening our character, because whatever we do consistently is what we become. So as you make weak choices every day, you become weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker every day, until weak character is now a definition of who you are. You no longer have the capacity to even make a strong choice, like waking up early, like meditating, like praying, like positive affirmation, like visualization, like setting goals, like journaling, like exercising, like reading. You no longer have the capacity to do these things because you have made several weak choices that have weakened your character. How you deal with the punches of life is that test of your character. When the bad breaks come, it's not only you that receives bad break, my friend. Everybody receives bad breaks. Everybody goes through tough times. Life is tough. Are you listening to me? Life isn't easy for anybody. Everybody has it rough. Even the rich is crying. How do you deal with the hard knocks of life? It shows your character. Do you deal with the hard knock? 5 years later, you are still blaming that thing. Hey, that boyfriend, that boy, that you have a very weak character. In the beginning, you know it's not true, but as you repeat it to your brain over and over again, your brain begins to agree, oh, it is true. Your life is useless because of what happened 20 years ago. Okay, so your life remaining useless is what you want. Okay, that's what you want. Okay, let us give you more things to make your life more and more useless. And as these things are coming, your mind continues to remind you of the same excuse. Don't forget the reason you are useless is because what happened 5 years ago. And then oh, it's true. And then your brain becomes a record of the past instead of a creation of the future. You are recycling the same thing over and over again. Nothing new is happening in your life. And that's why Albert Einstein has said that the true definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result. You cannot begin to think of the same thing, the same past negative experience over and over again. The same marriage that crashed over and over again. Okay, the marriage has crashed, it's bad enough. Are you also going to crash your future? I don't understand. You have lost your parent that you love so much. That's bad enough. Are you also going to lose your future because of that as an excuse? You have lost the person who needs to support you financially. Who told you that God is not just waiting for you to really, really close that door so that you can open the next door that is going to be 10 times better than the door in the past? When you lose things, when people live your life, who told you that because they left your life has to be useless? They didn't create you. They're not God. The reason that the new doors are not opening is because you are so attached to the old door. The day you let go of the old door is the day the new doors are going to open. And when these doors begin to open, you're going to wish you stepped into this door a bit earlier. Character. Character is something you have to teach from childhood. The problem is that most people start to learn about character as an adult. Most people start to teach your children character when they're now wayward. Children are already 13, they're already 15, they're already 17. And you begin to not suddenly, you're not now noticing that this boy has bad character. But when you were spoiling him when he was 5, when you were buying him designer clothes when he was 3, when you were buying him designer shoes when he was 5, when you were giving him everything he wanted in life, just because you have money, and you were denying him a process, you didn't know that you were spoiling him. Now suddenly he's 17, and you are calling therapists, you're calling this, you're calling that. You made it. And so character has to be built from very young age. From the moment that child is born, start building character. Teach your kids what you're seeing on my screen. Share food with other kids. Play fair. Don't hit other people. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Respect your elders. Starting from your siblings. My parents did not joke with this one. In my home, one of the reasons today I have 5 siblings, biological siblings. For her, till this day, guys, till this day, with everything I've gone through in my life, I call her auntie. And I've been calling her auntie since I was probably 3-year-old. My dad in our house imposed that even if someone is 1 year older than you, call the person auntie or brother plus their name. So auntie, whatever, brother this. And then in our home growing up, you dare not speak anyhow to your elder, even if they are 1 year old. Today I see parents that tolerate the younger ones, disrespecting the elder ones. You're killing these children. Create a system of culture in your home where children, if you want children to be respectful outside, it has to start on the inside. If someone is a 3-year-old, let them respect the 4-year-old. If a child is a 5-year-old, let them respect the 6-year-old. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Why are we losing all these cultures today? Oh, now everybody has money, everybody watches television, everybody is seeing what's going on out there, and we're beginning to lose the core of our culture. You see children today disrespecting, insulting their elders, elder sisters, elder brothers, and they carry that over till when they grow old, they beat each other every single day. They grow old, they are still married, they still go to each other's house to beat each other. It didn't start when they became married. It started when they were 4 and 3. That's what BGY program does for children. That's why you say greet elders as part of the BGY program. When you wake up in the morning, go and greet everybody that is older than you. Greet everybody. It's part of the BGY program for kids. Wash your hands. Say sorry when you hurt someone. Don't take things that don't belong to you. Wash your hands before you eat. Be sure to flush the toilet. Give without thinking of reward. These are things that we must teach our children from young age. And here's a question you want to ask yourself, guys. Every single day, ask yourself this question. What kind of world would this be if everyone in it was just like me? Lady Mojisola, Lady Sarah. If everybody in this world was like you, what kind of world would it be? What kind of world would it be? Think of the person that you know that inspires you. If everybody was like that person, what kind of world would it be? Now come back to yourself again and ask yourself a question. If everybody was like you, what kind of world would it be? What kind of nation would we have? What kind of families would we have? What kind of organizations would we have? Because whenever you find yourself doing something inconsistent, after you ask this question with your highest value, the things you know are right, immediately you have to catch yourself from this day and say, no, 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 no. This is not who I want to be. And do the right thing. Begin to catch yourself every single day. We build character through the law of repetition. And so every time you catch yourself, when you choose values you'd like to be defined by as a person and practice them over and over again until they become a habit, we will always behave in a manner consistent with our highest values. The law of repetition says everything you do. See, success is not what you do occasionally, it's what you do consistently. You become what you do consistently. You become what you believe consistently. You become what you think consistently. Why do you think there are people who don't believe in God? Why do you think there are people who believe in a stone? They see the stone, they say the stone is God. Now, there's nothing you will say that will deviate. It's because that's what they have believed consistently, yes or yes? And so, choose what you want to decide right now to be a part of you. What values do you want to have? Is it humility? Is it kindness? And every day, begin to do it. And when you do the opposite, catch yourself and come back to that value. As you do it over and over again, consistently, I can guarantee you, gradually, you are going to become that person. I hope that we have learned so much from tonight's session. We're talking about character. 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 John D. Rockefeller was the richest man in America in the 90s. Do you know what it means? He was worth over $41 billion US. Yet, each time he gave allowance to his children, he made sure that the children worked for it. He made his children, as a way of teaching the children financial literacy, he made sure the children always worked for every allowance he gave them. The richest man, $41 billion. Now we are in Nigeria. Someone is worth only 10 million. He thinks he's the richest man out there. He buys designers for all his children. He buys this. Oh, he says, I'm going to revenge poverty. My children must not go through what I went through. You are joking. It is what you went through that formed you. It is what you went through that gave you the process that has now given you the wisdom to create wealth and above all to sustain the wealth. When you give children all the designers that they want, when you give them everything they ask for, you are denying them of their process. What it means is that they are not going to have the capacity to create their own wealth. They're not going to have the capacity to sustain your wealth. I sent a message today. I said, it is not what you leave in a child. It's not what you leave for a child that makes the child to succeed in life. It is what you leave in the child. If you focus so much on what you leave for a child, I can guarantee you more than what you leave in the child, when you die, the child is going to squander everything you left for them. But if you focus 90% on what you leave in the child does not even need you to leave anything for them because what you left in them is enough for them to go out there and make a way for themselves. What are you leaving for your children on a daily basis? What character are you building in them? What character? Imagine such a rich person. Today we live in a world where parents are so, I don't even understand the kind of parenting style we have these days. We deprive our kids of process. Mommy, I want this. They get it. Mommy, I want this. They get that. I want. They get it. And the day you now say no, if you say no, you remember they cry a bit, you give them. Mommy, I want this. They cry, you give them. Mommy, I want this. They cry. You are teaching them you're teaching them to think that life is all about crying and getting. Good job. One day they are going to leave your home, whether you like it or not. And when they leave your home, they will go to the university. And once they get to the university, life is going to begin to teach them a completely different education from what they learned. And they're going to begin to learn that to make it in life, you're going to work your socks off. You're going to work your socks off to get good grades. You're going to work your socks off to cook and eat in school. Work your socks off to wash your clothes. Wash your socks off. And then before you know it, because they have always thought that all they had to do was to cry and get, they're now realizing that in life, in real life, after that house, when you cry, nobody will look at you. Crying does not give you anything. And that's where you see children in depression. One small stress, one small problem, depression is there. Mental health is there. Everywhere now, mental health. One small thing, suicide here, suicide there. Why do you think the rate of suicide is increasing? Because of lack of character in the way we bring up our children. We don't bring up children to have strong characters, so they're able to overcome challenges. We don't give them the right education that is necessary to face real life problems. Academic education is very important, don't take me wrong. But that education alone is not enough in this world we're in today to help your children to succeed. You need real life education. You need what we call life skills. And that is what Becoming the Greatest You Academy for Children do for you. Helps your children to learn life skills, mindset development, emotional intelligence, problem-solving skills, public speaking, self-confidence, manners, the ability to love, to serve, to give. We can begin to duplicate what Rockefeller did to our children. Before you give them money, before you give them any allowance, let them work for it. Let them work for it. So there's a child that I'm mentoring from Australia, BGY child, the parent paid for his mentoring. So what we do is that I told because the parent has told me, a 9-year-old, every single day, the agreement we have is that as long as he does his BGY program correctly, 100%, the parent is giving him, I think, $5 every day. $5. So every single day in the evening, your BGY program, everything is 100%. This is a child that is the child does not respect anything. But the child now hears that every day he can earn $5. The child has been respectful to all of this. And so we also said that every evening, give the child the $5. Don't promise and don't give. And then give the child a piggy bank or a money jar. So every day the child is seeing the $5 increasing. Now I have $10. Now I have $100. And I told the parent, at the end of the month, when the child completes the program, teach the child how to use the money. The child has worked hard for this money. Teach him how to do tight with some of the money, how to give to less privileged some of the money, and the remaining money, take the child to a place, let the child use the money to buy what the child likes. There's a sense of happiness to know that, oh, wow, I saved this money and now I'm buying. Unconsciously, you're teaching the child that in life, the money that they are seeing you lavish about, or you're seeing you spend like this, you worked hard for it. You begin to teach the child money management, financial literacy. Character. Ladies and gentlemen, our time is fast spent. And I had so much I wanted to share with you, but we are going to have to start rounding up now. I actually have a gift I wanted to share with all of you. Of course, BGY Academy is put for adults and children, and our objective is to help people become everything God wants them to be. And we want to catch children young. We want to teach children character from a very young age. And so far, we have been extremely successful. Testimonies are flowing every single day. And I got 2 recommendations today from the public speaking department of BGY for children of some amazing speeches that have been given for kids. And today we chose to honor one of the children. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to listen to a very young boy right now. Very short presentation of about 3 minutes. Very, very young. And he has been trained, very massively trained. From the beginning of the month, the parents said that since they started this BGY program, he has been very responsible and he has been so interested in public speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, I decided today to honor him. He has worked so hard and I felt he deserved to be honored. And as time goes on, I'm going to duplicate this with so many children because we have to catch them young, yes or yes. We have to start building tomorrow, today. Can we put our hands together as we receive this young 11-year-old boy from Bayelsa State, Nigeria? He's going to share with you about a topic that he has prepared by himself. Ladies and gentlemen, let us receive Master Dunamis. Mr. Dunamis, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. The founder of BGY, Coach Casey, Sunshine, and the team. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to be here live, communicating with all of you. And my topic for this month is going to be dealing with peer pressure. First of all, what is peer? Peer can be defined as a person who is equal to another in abilities, qualifications, age, background, or other social status. It's mostly seen in children within the same age range. Then what is peer pressure? Peer pressure can be defined as a feeling which one must do according to the biddings of one's age group or social group in order to be respected by them, liked, or famous. Sometimes, the stresses in life can actually come from your peers as they force you to do things that you wouldn't normally do, like shoplifting, doing drugs, taking dangerous risks while driving, or teenage sex. People give in to peer pressure because they want to be like peers they admire, have what their peers have, and do what their peers do. While some give in to peer pressure because they feel that they will be teased if they don't go along with the group. And some give in to peer pressure due to curiosity. The causes of peer pressure includes 1, weak personality, 2, fear of rejection, 3, social acceptance, 4, avoidance of bullying, 5, imitation, 6, hormonal reasons, 7, bad parenting. First of all, weak personality. People who have not developed a stable personality yet are targets of peer pressure because the peers know that he or she doesn't have the ability to say no to the pressure. Secondly, fear of rejection. People give in to peer pressure because of they feel that they will be rejected by their peers. They feel they will be deserted by their peers if they don't do what their peers tells them to do. And if this fear of rejection is so great, it makes one to give up his or her beliefs just to conform to the beliefs of a particular group. Thirdly, social acceptance. People give into peer pressure because they really feel the need to fit in our society today. And the more desperate a person is to fit into our society, the more easy it is for peers or individuals to use you in achieving their goals. Fourthly, avoidance of bullying. People who have not developed a stable personality yet are often victims of bullying because they can't say no to peer pressure and their peers start bullying them in order to make them to accept their conception to them. Then 5, imitation. Teens have this quality of imitating one another in order to draw attention to themselves. 6, hormonal reasons. The hormone system of teenagers is quite complex and changes occurs frequently, thereby makes them more vulnerable to peer pressure and affects their decision-making system. The last but not the least, bad parenting. Parents have a huge influence on the mental development of their children in the sense that the way you inculcate morals in your children, that's the way you want them to be represented in the future as responsible adults. Just as the portion of the Bible that says that parents should train up their children in the way they should go so that when they are old, they will not depart from it. The way you train your children now determines what they will become tomorrow. Then the effects of peer pressure, negative effects of peer pressure are 1, it makes one to be distracted from schoolwork. 2, it makes one to have changes in one's behavior. Your behavioral attitudes change. Then thirdly, low self-esteem. You begin to have low self-esteem on yourself. Then fourthly, makes one feel ashamed of oneself or one's family. Then positive effects of peer pressure are 1, if you follow positive-minded people, you'll be influenced by their lifestyle and makes you to learn things which you weren't doing before from the peers that you follow in order to be like them or better than them. Then the solutions to peer pressure are 1, if you are being pressured by your peers, you're advised to go meet someone you trust to seek a piece of advice. Secondly, if you are being pressured by your peers, leave the situation. Thirdly, parents are to send their children to good schools whereby they can be able to get good morals and training in order to get right information, just as the saying that says information is power. Fourthly, parents should encourage their children to read, to develop that reading culture in the life of their children because of the Bible portion in Joshua chapter 1 verse 8 that says the more you read and meditate, there lies your success. Then 5, parents should teach their children how to pray. In case they are being pressured by their peers, God will help them to come out of the pressure. I'm very grateful to BGY for giving me this opportunity to learn life skills and good habits that is making me to avoid peer pressure and bullying and other social problems which is face. Thank you.
Oh my God. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm speechless. I am speechless. I am really, really speechless. God bless you, Dunamis. God bless you. And God continue to give you wisdom. Imagine that I could do what this boy is doing now. Imagine that I had the opportunity at 11 to be able to do what he's doing right now. Imagine my life. Just imagine. That's an 11-year-old giving a first class presentation. Did you see him? He wasn't reading from anywhere. First class. That is a presentation that I can guarantee you that some 50-year-old cannot give the way he has given it. I can guarantee you. But he's doing that at 11. Character. Imagine a child like this. Thank you so much, Dunamis. Thank you for who you are. I'm going to personally now be on your matter. I'm going to ask them to put me on your forum, because today I have found someone I think deserves to be invested in. And I can guarantee you, parents, it's the same thing that you all need to do for your children. Becoming the Greatest You Academy is that academy that helps you to catch them young and begin to build their character. When they come here, they're not learning academics here. They're building themselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and all the other aspects of their lives. The same thing for adults as well. It's a place where great men are made. When you come into Becoming the Greatest You Academy, make a decision that you're ready to change your life. And we're going to help you. We're going to give you coaches, mentors. On a daily basis, you have checklists of things that you have to do. For instance, you have to do your miracle morning, which includes your prayers, your meditation, goal setting, journaling, physical exercising on a daily basis to build your physical health. You have to read on a daily basis, and a couple of other things that are going to build you around, build that character that is going to help you become the best version of yourself. All right, we are going to go very soon now to sharing where we're all going to have the opportunity to share and talk about what Dunamis just did and everything we have learned today. But before we get there, I'm going to play a 2-minute video where you have the opportunity to listen to BGY members from all over the world, people that have been here for at least 1 month, that have done this BGY program, and what they have to say about how this program has transformed their lives. Let us enjoy this beautiful sharing from these wonderful people from all the continents of the world.
BGY has helped me become 10 times better than the person I used to be. I used to be someone who doesn't like to read, someone who has struggled with consistency, someone who is very emotional. But with BGY, all of these traits are long gone. I now love to read so much. I've been diligent in my routines, and my self-confidence has really improved too. BGY taught me self-discipline, which is key to a successful life. Thanks to BGY, my new habits have earned me respect, reward, and praise out from friends, colleagues, and even random strangers. I am now so committed to developing myself and intentionally creating the kind of life and future I desire. Thanks to the leadership of this wonderful platform for their many contributions to ensure that lives are changed and the world becomes a better place. Thank you.
Prior to joining the BGY program, I struggled with keeping up with a routine for longer than 2 weeks. As soon as 2 weeks is approaching, I usually get tired and stop whatever new habits I'm trying to form. But ever since I joined, I've been able to stick to what I've been doing for about 90 days, which has shown a remarkable progress in my level of consistency and discipline as a person. Another thing I couldn't do before joining the BGY program was start and finish a book. I have finished over 6 books since I joined the BGY program. This is a remarkable testimony.
77 days of consistency with my daily exercises, 77 days of consistency with daily acts of love, visualization, meditation. I've been able to achieve a whole lot. I've been able to stop and eradicate procrastination in my life. I've been able to become accountable in terms of my finances. And to kind of have read 4 books in 77 days. I've not been an adamant reader now, but BGY Community has made me become very consistent with my daily reading. I've become closer to God in terms of my morning devotion, and I want to say everything. I've been transformed.
My name is Agatha Ukugwere, and I'm speaking from London, United Kingdom. I used to be that woman that buy loads of books and only read chapter 1 and 2, and that's it. I used to be lazy in carrying out my exercise in the morning, find it difficult to wake up as early as 4 to carry out my daily routine. I used to procrastinate a lot. I would say BGY community has impacted my life greatly.
I joined BGY less than 40 days ago, and I can tell you for free that I have a better life. I'm renewed, I'm reborn. BGY has given me a sense of purpose. I wake up every day with so much zest for life, energy. That's what BGY can do for you. It gives you a sense of purpose. I no longer just drift. I'm focused.
Once I joined BGY, what happened for me was I gained accountability that helped me grow my consistency. I began reading books. I started waking up early by 5 a.m. I joined the 5 a.m. club again. I started reading my books. I started taking out time to pursue my goals. I was able to manage the time that I had. And what that did for me was it transformed how I started seeing life, because I began to feel fulfilled. On top of that, I started a business because I began to take stock of how I spent my time. So why should you join BGY? You should join BGY because every great person knows that taking responsibility for your life is the way to greatness.
Becoming the Greatest You Academy has helped me to become a better version of myself. I wake up every day with purpose. After I wake up, I arrange my bed, I pray, I do my positive affirmations, which help me build my self-confidence. Next, I journal and I set my goals for the day. Thanks to BGY Academy, I now read amazing personal development books every day, and I still have time to play. The BGY monthly speech presentation helps me to build my communication skill. And the 3 acts of love every day helps me to be a kind person. I'm always happy and I love the person I'm becoming. I am grateful to my parents for enrolling me to becoming the Greatest You Academy.
So ladies and gentlemen, you have a decision to make, because if you want to change your life, you need two things. One is that you make a decision, and two, you need a system of action. BGY is your system of action. Whether you're an adult or a child, the first thing BGY does for you is to create structure for you, because many people are busy. They're busy. It's not, they're busy but not productive. Sometimes you're busy because you're unorganized, you're not structured. So BGY helps you to have a structure in your life, in your morning routine, throughout your day. A structure that can help you build every aspect of your life. You go to most organizations to build only one aspect of your life, but in BGY, you're building yourself spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and even financially. Because yes, you can earn money in BGY when you refer people to join as well. It's a strategy of getting the word of BGY to the nations of the earth. So make a decision tonight and say, from tonight is my day one. I know that I am more than this. I know there's so much more that God wants to do. I want to build myself. I want to engage in capacity building. I want to build character. I want to become the person I need to be able to attract the success that God wants me to attract. And if that's your decision, go back to the people that invited you, and they're going to give you all the information about registration. Get yourself registered today, and tomorrow can be your day one of your BGY program. If you're already in, I advise you take this program seriously. Don't waste your money. Take this program seriously. Take a decision. Take this program seriously. When you are giving your forum, your accountability coaches assigned to you, I always advise, invite your own coaches, people that you know that you respect, people that your mentors, people that just their mere presence in your forum is going to make you very serious. Your mentors, your pastors, whoever it is, bring them to the forum as well. Share the video on how to be an accountability partner. They know what is expected of them, and they're going to guide you through. And maybe in 1 month, you can come here and tell us how you have also started a new business, how you have exercised every day for 30 days for the first time in your life, how in 30 days you have read 3 books, which is something you didn't do last year. A lot of testimonies, and it can be yours as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to my favorite part. We are going to spend just about 5 minutes or so here. I would like to listen to you. You've been here together with me for more than 1 hour. You have listened to me. It's time for me to get feedback from you. If you have learned from me, it will do me a lot of pleasure if you can share back with me as well. How do you feel about this training? How do you feel about the training? We also had that fantastic presentation from, what's his name, from Dunamis. Oh my God, fantastic. I felt like giving him a hug. Maybe someone else felt that way as well. All right, it's time for get your feedbacks. If you want to share, please raise your hand digitally. I'm going to unmute you and you have the possibility to speak to us. How did you get yourself here, for instance? How did you get yourself into the Zoom meeting? And how do you feel about the meeting that you have just had? Leaders, don't keep quiet. People of character, find a way to also share and give. And so show your character. Let's hear your voice. If you want to share, raise your hand digitally, and then we open the floor for you. If you don't know how to raise your hand, okay, so I'm seeing Lady Sarah here. Okay. So please, if either you raise your hand digitally or you write on the chat at least. I cannot see you if you're raising your hand. So either write on the chat or you raise your hand digitally so that we can see you. Lady Sarah, you have the floor.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Coach KC. Oh my God. Every time I listen to you, it's, in fact, I didn't know, but you're such an amazing person. I mean, you have such an amazing personality. It's actually impossible to listen to you and just leave the same. In fact, tonight I have learned again, and I am overwhelmed. I am loaded. And you know what? I asked myself this question. You made a statement. You say character is who you are when nobody can see you.
Absolutely.
And then I say to myself, Sarah, who are you when nobody can see you?
That's the question.
You know, in fact, you also say character is a commitment to a set of values without compromising. You said a lot. I wouldn't want to spend too much time analyzing, but in fact, I am blessed. And I know it every day that my decision, the decision I took to participate in the BGY training, I actually know that it's not a mistake. I didn't make a mistake, and I know my steps were ordered by the Lord.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much, Lady Sarah, for first of all agreeing to share with us. Looks like everyone is trying to enjoy this session without sharing. So in a word like that, let's say thank you to start with. Okay, and of course, the BGY program is a program that is going to help you just build that best version of yourself. And I'm happy, Lady Sarah, that you're in the process and your husband is in the process as well. Happy for your family. Is there anyone else that would like to share? We can take one or two more persons and call it a night. If you want to share, raise your hand digitally or you write on the chat and we give you the floor. Do we have one or two more persons? Okay, I'm seeing Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello, good evening,
let's keep it short. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Please, mine is a question first. I didn't join the meeting from the beginning. So I want to know the topic first, and if I'm going to YouTube to get it, am I putting the topic of it, or how do I get it from YouTube?
Okay, so Mr. Kennedy, thank you for your question, Mr. Kennedy. So you didn't join on time, but then there's a YouTube link. So after this session, you receive the YouTube link and you can watch the entire session, okay? Is that okay? Yes, we'll send you a YouTube link and then you can watch the entire session. Let's listen to Lady Tolu. Please unmute yourself.
Coach. Yeah, good evening, Coach Casey.
Good evening.
A grateful student of the BGY Academy, the first presenter today.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful.
I am really blessed by this program. Honestly, it's not a mistake. I joined this program. It's enlightening the things I couldn't do before, like reading. I just finished my first book. I am really blessed. God bless you as you're blessing the people. I know that the best version of me coming up. Thanks so much. God bless you.
God bless you too, Lady Tolu. And that was a wonderful presentation earlier on. Thank you so much. You're just coming from into the academy and you didn't refuse the possibility of building this aspect of yourself. I'm super proud of you. And I know that this is just the beginning for you. You're going to go very, very far, not just in this academy, but in your journey as well to becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you so much. Do we have one more person that would like to share about this session, how they feel, how they got here? Okay, no one else. Okay, so I always like to share that a bird will never learn to fly until the day it leaves its nest and reach for the sky. Beautiful message I've shared tonight, but then it would mean nothing if you do nothing with it. A beautiful message is only a message, okay? It only has power when you transform it into action, when you begin to practice it. So maybe it's time for you to leave that next of weak character and move into that next level of building strong character through those characteristics we mentioned earlier on: discipline, consistency, trust, respect, and all of that. Trust me, you can build it one step at a time. And the BGY program is here to help you build all of that. Thank you so much, Lady Tolu, for your fantastic presentation in the beginning. I'm super proud of you. Thank you, Lady Cynthia, wonderful MC, beautiful lady, very, very intelligent as well. Thank you for your beautiful MCing. Thank you, Lady Sarah, for your presentation, for your sharing. Thank you, Kennedy. Thank you, Madam Tolu. And my biggest thank you goes to Master Dunamis for that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful sharing. I look forward to the person that you're going to become. I'm excited because I know that you're going to be a huge blessing to this world. And for all the parents here, my advice for you: enroll your children, get them into the public speaking classes and help them to begin to do the things that he just did and even beyond. I love you all. Have a beautiful night rest and see you all at the very top. Merci. Good night to all of you.
Papa, good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank
you.
God
Thank you.
bless
Good night.
you, Coach. Good night.
Good night. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Good night. Good night. Beautiful night rest. Oh, Kogi State is represented. Okay. Good night to all of you.
Thank you.
See you on Saturday. Yes, on Saturday, 8 o'clock for our next meeting.